Hello, everyone, to Scope Up Sports. Welcome to a very special broadcast for this network. We've got the Women's Hockey Alumni game for you all today. And as usual, I'm joined by Jared Miller. This is a really fun way to end our season here in the broadcast booth, and for these players on the women's hockey team to get one more skate on this rink. So, yeah, what are your feelings going into this?
Yeah, I'm excited. It should be. Didn't think we were going to be back here this year, but another fun thing to do here at the ice rink, and I'm excited.
I mean, we were notified of a high demand to stream this game. Well, we've got it for you all. We wouldn't pass up a moment. This is exciting. It's fun. We're going to see alumni from this team over the last handful of years. I think there's even alumni from the past couple decades. So we got a lot of variety on this roster, and thankfully the alumni team was kind enough to give us the roster so they can be appreciated here on the broadcast.
Alex, do you think there are any alumni from before we were born? 2001 and 2002.
That's a good question. That's a bit. That's quite a while in the past. That's quite a bit in the past, but I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, this is just kind of a fun game for all these players to kind of just send go out in a high note. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really got much else to say, but as they warm up, what do you expect from this game? I don't know. I don't know what to expect personally.
Alex, that's a great question. I also don't know what to expect. I expect to be competitive. You don't just show up and have you gotta try a little bit, right? You gotta try a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, yeah. Obviously, very low stakes game. Nothing, super intense riding on it. But I don't know.
I don't know, Alex. Bragging rights are always pretty important in my book.
I mean, yeah, you got that. I mean, I'll give you that one, especially when you've got a team full of alumni against the current team. I can see what you got going. I can see the idea.
Also fun. We got Coach Wilburn on the ice for the women's team right now, for the current team. So that's a pretty cool addition. Played NCAA D3 hockey in upstate New York. So that's a pretty cool addition to see on the ice as well.
Well, that should be fun. We'll see if she plays during the game. That would be pretty cool. I would say kind of get to play with your coach in a game situation.
Based on my research, lockdown defenseman is what to expect if she does play.
I'll take that in consideration.
Next, we want to talk about the season a little bit. It's over. A little bit of a disappointing one for this current women's team, especially after the last 2 years of some success. So, not the season they wanted, right?
No, they won't be going to Boston this year. They won the WWCHO, I believe, the last two seasons. So they didn't even they did not get into the conference tournament this year, which is a real bummer. But they couldn't go for the three-peat. But Arizona State will be shipping up to Boston instead. So they still have that to look forward to. But I mean, it gives these players an opportunity to host a game like this. And I'm pretty sure the players here are just kind of here to have some fun, and yeah, nothing too serious.
Yeah, I mean we covered the WWCHO tournament here in Boulder this year. Certainly a lot of skill in this conference for the next couple of years. We saw a lot of young teams and a lot of good teams.
Yeah, and this team's going to need to do quite a bit. And as you see, Coach Kezar's out on the ice too for the women's team as well. This conference is going to get better with the likes of Colorado State and Utah being very young, Grand Canyon being very young. And so Colorado's going to need to do the same type of stuff to try and match up with those top teams. And not only that, but to also, you can't forget about Arizona State, the team that just won it all. That veteran team, they're getting recruits out of Canada. They're getting a lot of recruits. They're doing a very good job recruiting out there in Tempe.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how they do in Boston in the next coming weeks. Met their crew, very nice people, doing a lot of good coverage for that women's team. And yeah, they got a lot of recruits coming in as well. They're not happy with just one conference tournament win. They want more.
And one thing that I will say for that is that it's kind of interesting to see that all those guys, they work specifically with the women's team at ASU. We're balancing 3 different teams in terms of hockey, so they're going to get a lot of more personal coverage with the team, and that's what we plan to bring next season as well. So I don't know, kind of a benchmark for us to kind of look at as well. But it looks like they're going to have a fun time out in Boston. And, we're here in Boulder to bring you guys coverage of the alumni game.
Yeah, and hopefully we make it to St. Louis next year. Hopefully one of our teams, maybe this women's team, is able to win their conference tournament next year, and we can maybe take a trip to St. Louis for nationals next year. Looking far ahead, though.
That's a bit in the future, but I'm going to tell you this. I would love to do that. Despite being from Chicago and not a huge fan of St. Louis, I would still love to go take the trip out there anyways.
Yeah, no, I'm intrigued by St. Louis. They cut their bagels weird is how I heard about, I know about them, and I'm not a big fan of that, being from astute bagel eating culture in New Jersey, so.
How do they cut their bagels in St. Louis that makes it so different?
It's like they cut it like a loaf of bread. It's like they cut it into like slices and then dip it into the cream cheese instead of just putting the cream cheese on. Very weird.
That to me just doesn't sound even right. I don't know why. Yeah. I don't know.
I agree with you, but we don't got to worry about that now. We got biscuits, or pucks you could say, on the ice, and I think we're getting started very soon here.
Great segue. Great segue. And so as you see it, the current women's team will be playing in the white. The alumni team will be playing in the black uniforms. And a couple of those the players on the alumni team are wearing uniforms worn originally by this Colorado team, which is kind of, I bet those players who, I know Mia Moan has her own jersey, but someone else is wearing her black jersey tonight. So I bet that's got to be a bit weird kind of looking at it that way, especially with the captaincy.
That's not confusing at all for us up here, right?
Not at all. Well, anyways, the Buffs alumni and the Colorado Buffaloes are set for the first period of this very special broadcast. The alumni game between the current 2022-2023 Colorado Buffaloes and alumni from the last, not only the last couple of years, but throughout the past. And we're off. And so Celine Long will go ahead and chase this down for the Buffs as we fail to see any sort of true possession here in the first 15 seconds. Now we have some zone time. First chance will be gone away. Beerbomb in net. There's a shot. Oh, and Beerbomb makes a nice save right out the gate. So Andy Beerbomb, the starting goalie for the Buffs today. And she'll cover.
Alex, there are 4 or 5 seniors, I'm blanking right now, on this current CU women's team. Should they be playing on the alumni team? What's your thoughts on this? I think they should be.
We'll see. You're asking a lot from me. I genuinely am not 100% sure. They're technically not alumni. They're still students here at CU. So I mean, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Give them a chance to play with their team one more time. I'm not opposed to it, but you do make a good case there.
Bonk. One of the bright spots on this women's team this year has the puck around the net there. Only a sophomore too, so a big part coming back next year as well. Raymond also back next year. A lot of this team coming back next year. We looked at 4 or 5 seniors, but bringing back a majority of the D-core on this team. Certainly some steps to make, but still a lot that can be done moving forward and into next year. Although the competition, as we said already, is a little tough.
And so the alumni team gets into the current Buffs zone. And so back up top trying to set up a scoring chance. And so there's a variety of jerseys out here for the alumni team. Get to see a little bit of history of this team's jersey history, which I personally think that's pretty cool. I do like seeing the involvement, the